thank you so much for joining us, and yeehaw, everybody! Okay, I literally just started recording again, so this is the debrief of this. What'd y'all think? I honestly, I agree with Ellie. Coco, you're getting physical dice next time.
I mean, I have them. It's just as a new player, the adding or subtracting like extra is what gets me. So
that's fair.
I just use the website.
That's why I do too.
Yeah, that's what the website's there for. That's absolutely. Yeah.
But apparently.
Man, god dang.
So yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say is what a great, I guess you could say that was man, that was a great beginning to, you just handled that, and that took out a lot of trouble for y'all because Carmilla was a rifleman, so
yeah, she didn't even get a chance. She didn't even get a chance to yeah, I had a rifle stats and whip stats and everything. Wow. Yeah.
Legit, I was hoping to make it outside the bar, but when you guys came in through the front, I was like, I'm not gonna make it to the back. So I was like, let's see. But man, I didn't think you guys were gonna get that many successes in a row. Like that just completely wrecked me.
That's the thing with Daggerheart is like once you start building momentum as player, like as a party, you get to keep building that up over time. I had fear to interrupt, and it's not to say I couldn't interrupt at a given point, but I was spending a lot of that fear just to kind of try to at least do some sort of damage to y'all. So you got me down from 12 to 3 fear. So you all survived that.
I've definitely noticed, like, I feel more confident playing Daggerheart. Like, it's been like 15, 20 years since I've played Dungeons and Dragons, except with the exception of when we recently played. But like, Daggerheart was, I could tell I was more comfortable because I was more at ease getting into character versus I noticed that hasn't been the case in the past. I don't know if that sounds too pluggy for Daggerheart, but
no, it's all good. It's all good.
I feel like with Daggerheart, you know, it's just one of those things where, like, I feel like D&D, the problem generally becomes that you are usually having a turn where you do one real quick thing and then it's off to somebody else, and that turn in between yours can take hours. But with this, it's like, okay, go again, and then you're gonna go, and then you're gonna go, and so it allows you to really build on what you want to do and get that momentum, like Steve was talking about, where it's like I punch and then this person's gonna come in, and it's kind of like a Knights of the Round Final Fantasy summon, where it's like, yeah, they're just gonna keep beating you down until they fail, and then it's your turn.
Yep. Yeah. And this is also, I don't know if Daggerheart ever play tested this, but having a player be also the bad guy as well was so also fun. That was interesting to be able to kind of work around that. But yeah, the kind of behind the scenes basically was like, again, it was just Thor was going to originally join us as a player, and then unfortunately the schedules couldn't be able to work out. So we definitely did not lose anything in whatsoever, because we gained an amazing Coco confession joining us, which do not take your failures as like you failed the story or in any way, shape, or form. You helped in amazing moments, so do not feel bad.
And speaking of a sequel, I have so many ideas, because I will say this directly. Me and Steve were talking about what if I were to get away, and so I already have backstory. I think I have about 4 pages of backstory written at this time of different ideas. And honestly, I think I have a fun one that I'll throw your way later, Steve. But I was honestly very excited when it allowed me to get away at the end for this story. Like Caspia, just when they ended up getting me, I was like, oh my God, please don't sweep the leg. Don't do it.
That's why I was like,
I had a magic hand. I was thinking about just conjuring to grab you, and like right as you.
Oh, I had the wings ready to go. There's literally, it's called divine wings. You call forth your divine wings and fly. You can mark a stress to pick up and carrying a willing participant approximately your size or smaller. So I'm
not a willing participant
or Maiko. No, I could have grabbed, what I want to do is grab either Caspia or Maiko and then drop them on you like a bomb.
That could have went that way. I think that, again, sort of, I thought on the fly of like, I was waiting for a showdown moment. I was waiting, like you kind of were in that sort of standoff kind of like like at the beginning of the, like when you're all kind of sizing each other up, which was cool. But I wanted wanted that one-on-one sort of like, you know, like the stereotypical, you're like two people standing in the middle of the street doing a shootout, whoever shoots it first. And so
you did so good.
You did great.
That's what I originally wanted was I wanted the stereotypical not even the standoff. The you know, you got the gang on one side and you got the sheriffs on the other side, and it's kind of like this thing where there's a shootout in the bar. And so I was setting it up to say, okay, you know, Carmilla hops over the bar counter, and then Kid gets down low to shoot, and Bert is just the muscle who goes in to mess people up. And so the whole idea I had in my head was like, okay, we're gonna have this, and I'll shoot from back or from further back because I'm just a coward. And but no, you guys ended up killing everyone.
Pretty much. Here's the thing: I couldn't even get the sheriff or the deputies involved because they didn't know what was going on in the saloon. They just knew that the swarm was attacking the town, and that's all they could be able to do. So
that's why as soon as you came in, that's why I jumped on it. I was like, no, we're snapping next. We're not getting reinforcements.
I'm not gonna say anything just yet, but I'm really excited because you guys don't know why I can conjure the swarm.
That's also true.
I am very excited.
I want more.
You got a hint. You got a hint with the magic that Sabata has. Definitely is
aura.
different aura.
I want to get with you for a commune like idea because I wanted to have a commune where it was kind of like this oath of vengeance.
Oh, okay. And we can.
I think could be cool.
That could be fun.
And I feel like I want to do something cool with Elle's character.
So
I wasn't sure if like we were gonna get like the sheriff involved or like law enforcement involved, but I was going to possibly not ditch out on the party, but like because I don't like the law, I'm out. But like being like, okay, I gotta like maneuver myself, like so I don't get caught, you know. But that, I mean, it didn't
I had ideas in mind to be able to kind of to sort of single you out in those kind of particular moments. So you know, it's not to say you have a wanted poster anywhere, but
it's the name. The name follows me everywhere.
The name follows you everywhere, exactly. So we heard a little bit from Liana. It's her first time playing Daggerheart. Coco, what did you think of playing Daggerheart?
This was really cool because I have played D&D and one shots with actually Ellie. She's been my DM, and I had the best time. But there's so many rules and so much information that I always felt like I didn't quite get it. You know, like I couldn't quite get immersed into the story because I was so worried about like the numbers and all of the spells. And like Daggerheart is much more simplified. I think it's a really great stepping stone into people who want to get into tabletop RPG. I think this is a really great way to get started, especially the way that they set up your character. They explain everything. So like, what is it, like midnight and arcana and midnight were like the things that I was under, and it actually like went through and like really explained what that was. And so I felt like I was able to not only build my character and understand my character, but like implement that while we were playing. Like this was the first time I really felt like I could be my character. So
it is definitely a very sorry, go ahead, Ellie.
That's awesome.
No, I just said I loved that. That's awesome.
That's the again, not to be the sort of the shill for Daggerheart, but that's why I personally love it, is that it's very story and narrative focused. Yes, there's rules there to kind of keep things to sort of add that kind of like the boundaries and the sort of a little bit of kind of leave things to chance as you will. But I do love that it's very, like, if you notice, we look for the first 3 episodes, we literally didn't really roll much. It was very much kind of like it was all your characters, it was all the narrative, and that's the kind of the beauty of Daggerheart, where just sort of like it's part of the it's the background to telling this story. The story is what comes first. So and yeah, you're right, the D&D can definitely be very rule specific, and it's definitely over the 50 years that it's been around, it's definitely kind of accumulated a lot of rules and stuff over and different things over the years. But Daggerheart being relatively new, obviously within the past couple of months, it just came out this year in 2025, and it definitely is it's taken the best of what I love about TTRPGs and kind of molding them together into this. So again, not like to each their own, to each their cup of tea. But that's why I love Daggerheart for that particular reason.
Thanks for having me. I had a really, really good time.
Yeah.
I learned a ton. I learned a ton too. Like just even like from our first session, Mike, when you were like explaining your character, I'm like, that is how I need to explain what my kid, like that right there is like the perfect example of how to paint an image for the people who are watching. So like, and I learned something from everybody this whole time. So like, thank you so much for having me. I just feel like I was made into a better like role playing.
You did fantastic.
Role player.
You definitely killed it.
You did great, Coco. You did great. And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for this meddling cat.
You are Coco. You are absolutely welcome back anytime. And of course, we're gonna have to you back for the sequel to for this too. So, yeah. Any final thoughts before we end this little debrief?
Well,
amazing story. Thank you, Steve.
I guess you'll have to find out what happens next time.
You're a good villain, Thor.
High Noon of the Dead, The Search for Sabata.
Yes.
That rolls off nicely.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
We need merch.
Yeah. I would love to be able to have merch for the day.
The
That'd
Search
be great.
for Sabata merch.
Yeah,
now.
I would get
There we
that.
go.
I would buy it.
Cool.
Me
All right.
too.
Well, I'll need to start working on some merch then. All right. Thank you all for listening and or watching, and we'll see you all next time on the next adventure for Dungeons and Disableds. Bye.